am here with you today, well tonight actually, because it's nighttime. So I hope you can see me okay. I'm still trying to figure out this ring light and what works best in different lighting settings. So what works best with the natural lighting that I'm in at the time of filming, if that makes sense. So I have a plant haul to share with you guys. I have several plants that I've gotten over the last 2-ish months that you guys have not seen on my channel yet. So I didn't really have enough other than the ones I unboxed with you guys in October to do a plant haul for just October. So I kind of wanted to wait until I had some more. So yeah, this will be for October and November. I might have gotten 1 or 2 like at the end of September, but I don't think so. So let's get right into it, guys. Well, I have some pretty exciting plants, I think, to share. So the first one I'm gonna share is this guy. And I'm gonna move this candle before I burn like my whole house down. That wouldn't be good. Okay, so I actually have 2 Aglio Nimas to share that I've gotten over the last couple months. So I cannot remember the name. I knew the name of this one. I looked it up and found it. It started with a C, but I just can't remember it. And the other one, I have no idea what its name is. So, but this one is very pretty. It was a very full plant, so, and it was, I think it was on sale for like $5 at a Lowe's. So I was like, heck yes. There's seriously 4 different stalks, so 4 different plants in this one pot. So I thought that was awesome. And this is just a green variety, and it has like this kind almost silver striped pattern on the leaves. If you can see that. Yeah, and I just thought it looked really beautiful, so it was so lush. I did notice, so obviously I haven't repotted this plant. Hold on, where is it? Check it out. It looks like a little caterpillar or something had a little munchy munch on a couple of the leaves. There's another one that has these perfect little holes in the leaf as well. It almost looks like someone took a hole punch and just kind of punched holes into the leaves. They're perfect little circles. So whenever I go to repot this Aglio Nima, I may find like a little caterpillar or something in here. Who knows? And this plant is incredibly root bound. Let's see. So there's roots on top of the soil, and oh gosh, I just got soil everywhere, but look at that. It's so cool looking. I love the look of a root bound plant. I think it just looks so neat. But this plant's still pushing out growth, so I'm honestly probably not going to repot him until spring. As long as he's happy and growing, then I don't see any need to disturb him. So, I made such a mess. Also, I want to throw in, so I'm not going to be including most of the plants that I unboxed with you guys, that I did unboxing videos with, just because I feel like they've already had their moment. And a couple videos like my pink princess and a few of them. There's like 2 or 3 that I will share that I haven't shown on my channel since I unboxed them. But to keep this video from being like an hour long, I'm not going to show most of the ones that I unboxed. So the next plant that I'm going to show you, and these are in no particular order whatsoever. I'm just kind of grabbing them as I see them. So this is a starfish sansevieria, and as you can see, one of his little fingers here are missing. Whenever I bought it, it was already broke off and they just had it shoved in the pot. It's actually right here. So I got this at a Lowe's for, I think it was like $7, but honestly I can't remember. It's been a couple months ago. And it came in this pretty little white decorative pot. It is in a nursery pot, and then in this, and then I just added these little white rocks as I thought they were cute. So yeah, sansevieria is not like my favorite plant in the whole world, but they're very low maintenance. They can handle lower light. You don't have to water them, but like once a month. And yeah, so I like to scatter a few throughout my home. So yeah, he's cute. Up next, we have a Philodendron. This is the Philodendron Jungle Boogie. I think I've also heard it referred to as like Philodendron Narrowleaf or something. Yeah, but I know it as Philodendron Jungle Boogie, which is a really fun name, right? Like, that's just fun to say. Jungle Boogie. Okay. Anyway, so whenever I received this plant, I don't know if it's like cold damage, if he got a little bit cold in transit, but he arrived with these spots on the leaves. You can see, and I have seen these spots before. Like, I actually have a couple philodendron that have these odd little spots on their leaves right now. Like my Prince of Orange, it has a couple leaves that just have these weird little orange dots. But this is his newest leaf, and it obviously does not have any of that damage. I don't know if it's damage or not, but it obviously does not have any of those little spots on its leaf. And this plant's just so cute. I really, really, really want a Philodendron Ring of Fire. That is on my wish list. I need to do a wish list video actually. But the Ring of Fire is definitely on my wish list. It's so beautiful, and the leaves basically look like this, only they're variegated. So this is obviously a smaller specimen, but these leaves get pretty big. And I love the way that they just fan out. I think they're beautiful. So I don't know if the Ring of Fire and the Jungle Boogie are the same plant, only variegated, and one's green. So if you know, let me know in the comments. But this one is a lot cheaper than the Ring of Fire. So I got him. And he's really cute. I can't wait until he gets bigger and fans out more. And yeah, I love him. Ow. Okay, the next plant is obviously a string of hearts. So I do have a string of hearts already in my collection. It's back there. I actually just propagated it because I don't know if this video is going to go up before the winners of my giveaway receive their plants, because I just got it mailed out yesterday. But I threw in a cutting of my string of hearts with each winner. So, but the one that I have is very sparse. When I got it, it was very tiny. It did get super, super long. Like, it is sitting on this top shelf, and it was trailing all the way down to like this shelf. So it got really long. The pot is just very small and empty. I think it's in like a 2 or 3 inch pot. So I've really been wanting a nice full pot of the string of hearts. So I went back to that plant shop that I told you guys about, where I got my Prince of Orange, called Leaf, in Akron, Ohio, whenever I was visiting my husband at work. And this time when I went back, guys, it was rather sad. They had a lot of really nice plants once again, but their plants were not in the best condition. Not at all. They had a couple beautiful Hoya Hindu ropes that were ate up with mealybug. All of their Hoya were ate up with mealybug. And with a Hindu rope, there's no way. I would bring home one that's already infested with mealybug, or any type of insect for that matter, because there's so many creases and crevices for those bugs to hide in. I feel like you would never get them out. You would never get rid of them. So that really sucked. So I ended up going with a string of hearts. And unfortunately, once I got in the vehicle and I looked it over a little bit closer, I noticed that it had been severely overwatered, and there was a lot of dead foliage in the pot. A lot of the vines were mushy, and so I've had to remove a lot of vines and foliage from this plant. I had to bring it home and repot it. The soil was so wet. It was just soaked. It's soggy. It was terrible. So I had to repot it in dry soil, and I still have not watered this plant since I did that, and that was like 2 weeks ago. It was also in a very low light spot in the shop, so it was not getting enough light. These are very succulent like plants, so they need a little less water, a little more light. But I'm hoping that it pulls through. Like right here you can see there's like a dead string, like a dead strand. And whenever I was there last month, they had these same pots, I'm assuming, and they were much longer and fuller. And I don't know what happened, but they don't know how to take care of their plants, obviously. So he looks pretty sad, but inside the pot is nice and full, and that's what I was really going for, because they grow pretty fast when they're happy and healthy. So I really just wanted that full pot. But I really hope that she pulls through, and we'll see. Which I'm just really bummed, because if I would have noticed while I was in the store, I would have asked for a discount, and if they said no, I probably wouldn't have got it. But you'll have that. So next up is a plant that I'm very, very excited about. I'm just so thrilled to have this in my collection because I've wanted it for so long. So this is a Scindapsus Triviai Moonlight, and oh my goodness, these plants just get so gorgeous. Look at those leaves. Oh wait, is that not beautiful? It has like this silvery sheen and shimmer to the leaves, and it's just so pretty. So we have a new leaf right here in the process of unfurling. I don't want to damage it, mess with it too much, but I love him. He's so beautiful. So eventually I'll probably give this plant like a moss pole or something to climb up, because I believe the Triviai, I think I'm saying that right, I believe these plants prefer to climb. They're more of a climber than a trailer, unlike their cousin, the Scindapsus pictus. Yeah, it's very beautiful. This is like one of those plants that I've wanted for a very long time, but they're really pricey. Like you'll pay like a lot of money for a small cutting. So I just kind of waited and waited and waited until I found a decent sized plant for a decent price. And it's beautiful. Amazing. Fabulous. I can't be the only one who kisses my plants, right? I know I'm not. I've seen you guys do it too. Okay, so we'll go ahead and show this guy who's intruding. It's popping in the frame. So this is the second Aglio Nima that I mentioned. And I got this one after I got the first one because... Need I say more? Freaking beautiful. Holy moly. Look at those leaves, guys. I think I can genuinely say this is the most beautiful Aglio Nima that I personally have ever seen. Definitely in person, but I think in general. There's so many different varieties, so many, and I do plan to eventually like have them all. But this one, so all of them that I have in my collection, they're all very different, but all three of them have like very skinny, long, skinny, elongated leaves. Yeah, and they don't stand this way. So when I seen this one, I was like, no. Look how big these leaves are, guys. So it has just very thick, fat, lush leaves, and I just think it's just such a lush plant in general. It's absolutely stunning. We're not even talking about the color of the leaves yet. I'm just talking about the shape. The shape is what initially got me, and then those colors are just incredible. So look at these. These are like my favorite. There's so many different things going on in this plant. So many different colors and just patterns. It's just amazing. But these are my favorite, I think, because they're like a lime green with this hot pink veinage going on, and it's incredible. I don't even know. And then you have these leaves that are more of a darker green with a lighter pink going down through the middle. Are you kidding me? And then look at this. Aglio Nimas tend to drop their lowest leaves. As they're putting out new foliage, they will drop a leaf or two here and there on the underneath, on their underside. So it's just kind of their life cycle. So I'm kind of sad because this is like the only red, it's like blood red leaf on this plant, and it's about to go. Whenever I got it, it looked pretty lively and happy, and then I seen it starting to wither away, and I was like, no, because look how cool that is. It's like blood red with little specks of lime green. It looks so awesome. It's freaking cool. I love this Aglio Nima. They had one that was smaller than this that I was initially going to go with, just because, I mean, space reasons. Smaller plants, you can have more of them, you know, but I could not say no to this. Just look at it. The other one was beautiful as well, but this one is just, oh. Okay. Aglio Nimas are such underrated houseplants. I swear it. We are almost done. Up next, I have a cactus. So I believe this is my only cactus for this haul, but I thought this guy was just so pretty. So this is an Echinopsis subdenudata. I'm getting that second part wrong probably, but dominoes. And this variety of cactus get these beautiful, huge white blooms. So they get like these long tube looking things growing out of the top of them, and then out of the top of that it will produce this big white beautiful flower. I mean, the flower sometimes, if you get on Google and look up the blooms, is bigger than the plant. It's bigger than the cactus itself, and they're just gorgeous. So that would be really cool if this plant would bloom for me one day. That would be amazing. But if not, I'm fine with it because I just love the look of him. He's just so pretty. It's a perfect little chubby, chunky circle. It's like a little chubby ball. He's adorable. And he's not super prickly. I tend to steer away from the more like prickly, dangerous cacti just because I'm a klutz, and even when I'm just looking at them in stores, I tend to hurt myself. So the less pricks, the better. He's cute. Super cute. Okay. I will go ahead and show this guy again because you haven't seen him since I unboxed him, and this is my cute little ZZ Raven that I'm so excited to have, and he is so teeny tiny. And you know, since I thought I got a really good deal on this guy, and I did, 20 bucks is what I gave for him, but I've been seeing other people getting much larger ravens for like $20 now, so I guess the price really is dropping on them. So I was kind of like, if I would have waited even just like another month, I could have gotten a bigger one for even cheaper. So, well, the same price that I paid, but a bigger plant. But that's okay. My only thing is the Raven ZZ, I've heard, is pretty slow growing, much slower than the green variety. But it's okay. Obviously, no new leaves since I've gotten him. He's not getting a ton of light right now, so I can't really expect much. Plus, it's almost winter, so. But he's very pretty, and I really can't wait to watch him grow. By the time spring comes along, I'm probably going to give in and end up getting a bigger Raven ZZ, but until then, this guy is doing it for me, so I'm happy. He's cute, and I think he looks adorable in this little white terracotta pot with the black leaves. Is that not so pretty? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So, I think we're on the last plant now. We are, okay. So I have 2 of these. So this is another huge wish list plant that I'm so excited to have. This is a more recent guy. And if you can't already tell, this is the Monstera Spa Peru. And so the plant I was initially supposed to be getting was bigger than this, but the seller messaged me and told me that there was an accident involving my plant where one of his grow lights actually fell on top of the plant and destroyed it. So he had to send me a smaller plant. So because of that, I think this is the one that was damaged that the grow lights fell on, and the whole like rest of it's just gone. So he threw this one in as an extra, because you can see that broken leaf there. It's so sad. And if you'll notice, this one's in spag moss, and the reason for that is because it doesn't really have any roots. So he sent this one in spag moss, and he told me that they take a long time to root. This particular plant does. So just kind of working with what he had, and yeah, so I'm fine with it. Whenever, I'll leave him in the sphagnum moss until we get more roots, and once we do, we'll probably pot him up in here with his brother. Yeah, I think it's so pretty. So this is shipping damage right here. That happened in the mail whenever he arrived. They were packaged very, very well. So, and it's really, really cold. It's like under 30 degrees right now. At nighttime, it's getting down in the 20s. It snowed last week. It got down to like 9 degrees at one point. So yeah, it's been really cold. But in the daytime this week, it's been like 40s and 50s. So cute. Luckily, he sent this before it got too cold, or else I don't know if it would have made it. Very pretty. 2. I really want the variegated one, of course, because I'm such a variegated bleep. I live for variegation. Don't we all, though? And I really, 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 really want the Monstera standeliana variegata. Oh, but those are so expensive right now, and I'm kind of on a no-buy till spring. I mean, if I see something like at the big box store or somewhere, I will go ahead and pick it up, of course. But like, I'm not actively online hunting for plants and buying wishlist plants. So, oh, I love them. Okay guys, so that is it for this plant haul. That is all I have to share with you. Again, I did get more plants over the last like 3 months, but I've already showed them to you in unboxings. I've already showed you the ones that I opened. I've already showed you a few of them in this haul that I unboxed with you as well. So yeah, I didn't want to go over ones that I've talked about like in 3 different videos already, you know what I mean? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any of these plants or if they're on your wish list. Let me know which ones are your favorites. And yeah, that's it. So I have a video coming up explaining some issues I've had with soil and something that I did wrong that not only brought the springtails into my house, but was potentially about to rot and kill several of my prized possessions. So stay tuned, because that video is coming up next, I believe. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!